The problem with relationships, connections, and the problem with humans is we naturally separate ourselves from everything else. And what I mean by that is, for example, the very first law in existence is the law of gender. Okay? That's why our idea of God has a simultaneous masculine and feminine energy, because everything underneath it split. Now, that is not to say that, some philosophies recognize this, that sex is fluid. That's why in the tarot it reflects that. Having said that, in your reality, when, let's say, you're in a partnership with somebody, and you are recognizing an energy that you do not want, realize that somehow that is within you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have attracted it. This is the theory behind the book Zero Point, and the rediscovery of that Ho'oponopono, that Hawaiian thing. Um, because when you heal, even though it may not be active within you, when you heal another by feeling it inside of you, you can heal the outside, right? And I've actually done this where someone is reacting in front of me and I'm saying it silently, and like the conflict just dissolves. So, having said that, when you're dealing with a karmic, realize that when you were in that relationship, it was a perfect mirror reflection. There was something within that karmic that you were oblivious to, and they came to teach you a lesson. So when the lesson is learned, think about how much strength this takes, but it works. The English version is, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And thank you. You can mix up the order, but it has to be those four things. And it dissolves that connection or denial within you to see the person as yourself. Okay? So, all this to say, when you're dealing with opposite sexes or same sexes, realize that this illusion of separation allows us to experience ourselves. It allows us to get a 360-degree view of a situation and ourselves differently. It's always, always a gift. And where we get tangled up is forgetting that. I mentioned a little earlier something about a high priestess' true job is to reconcile opposites. So, the veil that is behind her, it's the veil of duality. It's what's beyond that. Can you look up and see things without the dual eyes? Everything is three. Wake up that third eye. When you're viewing a karmic that is doing malicious things to you right now, and you're reacting to that, and you're blaming them, and you're broadcasting things Do you not realize that you're casting those shades of gray on everything else, even another energy that you want in your life? You're confusing, you're entangling that energy. Don't do that to yourself. Don't send mixed messages where the thing that you don't want is the thing that you do want with a twist. Don't do that. I never advise people play in the trickster energy because it never works out. It never works out. That trickster energy is the polarity of God. It is the unrefined thing that's your catalyst. And in that way, it is meant to be. So many times, the devil card comes out, or a karmic energy comes out, and people right away push it away. But as you're pushing it away, you're pushing yourself away. You have to find the way to reconcile the differences so that you will be free. That karmic, that polarity is going to take the long way home, but you can rise above that energy so that it doesn't affect you and pour them, because they're going to dig in their heels. They're going to resent the shit out of you for it. And that's the price they pay. There's nothing worse than realizing how much time you wasted. Karma's not the bitch, it's perspective. It was your own perspective that held you back. And when you finally realize that you were the only one responsible for holding yourself back, that is a tough pill to swallow. But it's the beginning of enlightenment. You're like, okay, I do have the power. Okay, shit. It was only me the entire time, no one else. And that's the gift that awaits the karmics when they're ready for it. When they're ready for it. And that's the way I can truly have no resentment for anyone. Is find the common ground. Hey, I'm speaking only to those that are on their path, obviously. But I am speaking on how to handle those energies that are, we're surrounded, yes, everybody's on this, like, a lot of people are on the bandwagon of spirituality, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like the true spiritual OGs that are still struggling. A couple of years ago, I still couldn't see straight. And the friends that I thought helped me along my way to a certain point, they're not coming with. And the part that I really had to accept was that I didn't have to feel bad for them because I wasn't turning my back, because I know what it feels like to have someone's back turned to you. The difference being that if they choose to do the work, the door is open. I'll show you where the door is. It's not a wall. I'll show you where the door is to come straight. But until they do, I'm not bailing anybody out. I'll leave you with that. It's okay to leave people behind. Let them pick themselves up. There's a certain level where you must leave. And I hope that they do.